What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show, episode 30. Yes, 3-0, baby. Don't Read My Mind podcast. I'm your host, Lenny Reed. And today, we going into the money and the power, baby. Follow me. Okay, we back. How's everybody Monday going? You know? How is it? How are you? Look at yourself in the mirror and say, how am I? Anyway, oh man, listen, the protest over the weekend, amazing, man. Now, I don't understand the damage in part, but it's probably, a link in there somewhere. If you're going to damage an area, don't damage your area. You get my drift? Damage the other area. The area you are protesting against. If you're going to go that route. But yeah, it's damn near every city. My hometown of Newark, ATL, where I reside now in that area. LA, Portland, shit. You name it, it happened there in the United States. I haven't seen that it was in Germany. So this is crazy, man. I have a lot of officers in my family. But just like anybody at your job, look, put it like this: you got one person at your job that don't care about shit. Whether you driving trucks, you making deliveries, you work in you work in an office somewhere, cubicles, it's always employees, it's people that work with you that don't give a fuck about shit. Their life in ruins, they probably drink all the time. And, you be like, John, we got this, this report coming. I don't give a fuck. If we get it. I don't really care. So that remnants of people is in every profession. Shit, you probably got firefighters that be like, man, I ain't going in that building. Fuck that. So you're going to have that peppered out with the police officers. Like I said, I have family. I know it's a tough job. But all y'all have to do, if there's an asshole, get him out of there. Because that's affecting your whole precinct. Now, if the captain an asshole, that's probably controllable because he's not really on the streets. But if you have a partner and this guy's a tick in the fucking head, you got to somehow let him know, man. People ain't taking this shit no more. And what's probably going to happen is people is going to fight fire with fire. So that's another thing people got to worry about, or police officers have to worry about. And I know it's a tough job. I know it is. And I think the toughest part is domestic violence issues. And I know a lot of police officers lose their life with that shit. Because you got a chick that probably, getting beat up by a husband, right? And, the husband acting irate or something. You go to handcuff the husband. The wife that called you probably shoot you in the back of the head or stab you with a knife or some crazy shit. So I know it's hard, but y'all have to bring out the tick heads, okay? You have to expose the tick head officers. It's a lot of nice officers. Just get the bad apples out. The rotten apples. Just pull the rotten apples out. And I think everything will go back to normal. Okay? Anyway. How is everybody? How your Monday going? I think I said that already, but I don't care. Are you at work? Are you driving? Are you home chilling by the pool? What are you doing? I don't know. Anyway, this is episode 30. And, I'm the host, Lenny Reed, if you don't know that. Oh, you can follow me at AutoLen76 at Gmail. I'm sorry. What the fuck I'm talking about? Autolin76 on Instagram. Or follow this, Don't Read My Mom podcast, DRMM podcast, also on Instagram. Okay? Let's get to it. Okay. This episode is about money and power, and I wanted to take a little swing at or look into the Mexican cartel. And you probably wondering, dude, why you want to talk about the Mexican cartel? I don't know. Will I say I'm infatuated? I won't say that, but do I respect it in a way? Yes. And let me break it down for you. Since I was a little kid, right, always wanted the finest of everything. The finest house, the finest cars. I wanted to be rich, not just paying your bills and living comfortably. I wanted to be filthy rich. I wanted to light, even though I wasn't thinking about cigars or anything like that, I wanted to light a cigar with $100 bills. You understand what I'm saying? Now, look at your life as a video game, right? Now, you are building yourself in this video game. You have everything you need to build yourself. Now, I know you're not going to build yourself as a poor person, working a job, got a modest car, live a modest life. No, you're going to put up there, big house, a whole bunch of cars, a lot of money in the bank, just going to keep putting those zeros in your little video game bank account. You will build yourself up to this person you want to be. But in real life, it seems like you settling for the person you are. And you know that this shit can crash down at any moment. Heart attack, shooting, car accident, anything, name it, cancer, shit, coronavirus. So when you look at yourself like that and you trying to build something like that, just build it in your regular life. And like I said, I wanted to have all the money, all the power, cars, everything. Now, did I get that? No. Am I working towards that? Even as today, I'm gonna work towards that until I freaking die. Because at that point, I won't need it. But until then, I want it, and I'm going to get it. So, you're probably saying, what this got to do with the cartel, Mexican cartel? Okay. You have an organization, and I probably there's other ones around not the world, different names in different countries, but I'm going to focus on this cartel, Mexican cartel, and I'll break down, the few that I know of, okay, or read up on. So, you have endless amounts of money, right? That's a check for me. Okay? You can ride around, guns out, exposed. What? That's another check for me. Power. Not only a power to, cops put the cuffs on you, like, bro, listen, man, I got $100K in the car. Let me go. That's your $100K. I know you only make, you probably only make $500 every 3 months or some shit like that. I got $100K. Over a year's salary in the car. That's power. Now, some people might think that's wrong. I can break that down too. But I'll break it down later. Now, that's another check for me. Why does people have to be in levels? Why the bottom have to be the bottom? Shit, I want to rise to the top. I know y'all want to rise to the top. Right? So, if you think everything I'm saying is wrong, I'm looking at you as, you might be want to stay on the bottom. The top ain't for you. Okay? Now, you have the ability to run everything. Not only that, the people in your neighborhood is poor, and guess who they come to for the holiday gifts and the Thanksgiving stuff? They come to you because guess what? The government ain't doing it. Everybody else looking down on you. They're not giving you nothing. Or if the government getting it, it's not getting sprinkled down to you. So he said, you know what? I want to be the police, the governor, and the banks. And the enforcers all in one. And that's the cartel. Now, can everybody or can anybody be a cartel leader? I don't think so. But let me break this down for you. I'm looking from the outside in, and I'm going to keep saying this because this show is the basis of don't read my mind, right? Now, this shit is coming out of my mind, what I think makes any leader, including a cartel leader. Let me break it down. Whether you're a cartel leader or a billionaire in any country, because to be a billionaire, legit, or first of all, you can't become a billionaire and you've been legit the whole time. It doesn't happen. You have to burn people. You have to get a couple things. You got to get all the fucking, what's that word they use? You have to get all the shortcuts tied up. You have to get everything, all the loose ends tied up. There you go. All the loose ends tied up. Now, are you breaking laws? Yes, you are. You can't be straight, this fucking superhero and you a billionaire. No. There's some dirt under your nails. Okay? Now, let me break down this leader. Now, let me break down a cartel leader. What I think a cartel leader is, and the ones that passed on to the ones that's in power today. Ambition. Now, what's ambition? Ambition is, I got a job. I'm making this amount of money. I don't like it. Or, I like this job. It's the best job ever. I can stay here forever and be good. You know what? I don't want to. I want to keep moving up the ladder. Even though if I'm comfortable, I'm still moving up the ladder. Other people looking at you like, dude, what the fuck? You got everything you need. Why you keep going up the ladder? All right? That's ambition. There is no top to the ladder. The ladder goes all the way up into the clouds, and you're just going to keep climbing. You know what? You don't look back. What happened when you look back down? You get scared and you stay there. You stay at that ladder. You stay at that level. You scared. You shook. You don't look back. You keep going. That's ambition. Okay? Smarts. You got to be smart to see if you are getting played by people in your own organization. You got to have smarts and quick decisions because that can cost you your life, years in jail, or losing, your leadership. So you got to add smarts in there. Because if you didn't have smarts, you would turn into a paranoid motherfucker. You just killing everybody because you think everybody is trying to go at you or trying to do something against you. Okay? So you need the smarts to be a cartel boss. Now, and I'm going to just break it down to one more. And you have to be somewhat of a damn psychopath. Now, this part, the psychopath part, I'm going to break this one down to you. And that goes with the weak part. So I say the weak and the psychopath, they sort of like opposite of each other. If you are weak, you cannot survive, or you will not survive. Okay? If you are somewhat of a psychopath, and I think sometimes I'll be like, in that psychopath. I think the psychopath I'm talking about it's like a multi level kind of thing, right? You looking at somebody that clearly probably stole from you, or ratted you out, and everything is just going in your head, and the emotions on your face, and this motherfucker don't know what you about to do. The kind of psychopath that people know, yo, if this motherfucker find out I ratted on him, he's going to kill me and damn near everybody I know, because that person know that they dealing with somebody that can laugh with them, hug them, shake their hand, and shoot them in the head smiling. That's a fucking psychopath. Now, that have to be peppered in. I think that goes with the fear aspect of it. It have to be peppered in to that, what makes a cartel boss, any boss of that underworld kind of figure. You have to be, even being a billionaire and in America's, business field, you have to be psychopathic too, in a way. You have to be able to make decisions where you have no emotion attached to it. And that's basically what a psychopath is, right? It's a person that their emotions is not connected with nothing. I don't know. You can probably look it up, but I'm just thinking that's what it is, right? So that is a huge part of it. Now, a lot of people can say those three things. They had those three things in their life. Oh, I'm ambitious. I'm smart. I think I could be a psychopath or crazy at times. When you're dealing with my money, my family, my life. Excuse me, I'm a little under the weather. But it's not coronavirus, don't worry. Everybody think they can be a part of that. But you will have to start. Now, I'm guessing there was a lot of soldiers in these cartels that had all of that. And maybe they ran their own crew, but they never got up to the leader part. Leader of crews. You know what I'm saying? The pyramid, the top, and then everything goes down. So that makes the boss. Now, another thing, when you break down who helps who in this, let's say politicians, right? Let's break this down. Damn, throat start itching out of nowhere. All right, politicians, they start out with power, right? As you becoming a politician, you rub shoulders with different individuals. You build in your area. You get your people together. That is power, but politicians lack money. Most of their salaries, modest to small. But they start out with the power. You got it? Now, you would get somebody that has a shitload of money, but they don't have power, or they didn't build that power. So do you see how those two entities can come together and form an alliance that's unstoppable? The politician has power with hopes of making money. All of them. I mean, come on. I don't know. I would say 99.9% of them want, like I said at the beginning, you want to make a lot of money. You want to build wealth for yourself that lasts past you, that your kids can enjoy, your family can enjoy. Everybody want that. So you got a politician with money, and you got boss or whoever. This can be a regular person with a lot of money. So you connect with that politician, voila, magic happen. Now both is feeding each other and both is helping each other. That's a power couple right there. You know what I'm saying? But that's the puzzle. Now, if you look at it towards how, if you see a lot of situations with different cartels or different members like that, when you're able to have the money, you can get yourself out of a lot of situations. You get yourself out of a lot of legal situations. Like I said before, you can even have a damn cop unhook you, take your goddamn handcuffs off, because you got a shitload of money. You able to give him a year's salary. Now, what's in his head? The same thing that's in your head, or was in your head when you started. I want the power. I want money to, you know what I'm saying, to take care of my family. So everything feeds everything in this. You understand what I'm saying? Everything feeds everything. And but let me break down the we talking about cartels here. And I don't know, it's just, I don't know how I got into this, but I wanted to do a podcast on the cartels, because am I glorifying the cartels? No, but it seemed like the aspect of their movement is something that I always was chasing. Not to that level, but complete power and control of your situation, and not a damn person can do anything about it. Now, am I a bad guy? If you see that as me being a bad guy, hey, you got to look at yourself. Because I said, one day your term will end. Your curtains will close. Now, what would you want people to think of you as? Like, was he was a dickhead, or, you know, he didn't have shit, he didn't do shit, or he was a cool, powerful person that helped out a lot of people. And, maybe you could probably add the word ruthless in it if people get in your way. That's how you got to look at it. But, all right, let's break down. Now, listen, I might jam up some of these words. All right? So don't be emailing me. I'm trying here, okay? Plus, my nose is stopped up, and my throat is itching. Okay. Now, I'm going to break down 5 of the known, and it's probably more than this. It's probably a lot more than this. But I'm going to just break down these 5. Not break down, but just, open your eyes on them. And just look at it, if you want. The Sinaloa cartel was basically started in 1988, and they are described as one of the largest and most powerful cartels. And on the head of this was El Chapo, who was incarcerated right now, and Ismael Garcia, who is was one of the or is one of the leaders of this. Now, like I said, described as one of the largest and most powerful cartels. And they got a long grip. You know what I'm saying? A long, what's that called? I'm sorry. A long reach, not grip, a long reach. Okay, you have, and other than that, you have the Gulf Cartel, it was started in 1930, and it is considered to be one of the oldest cartels in Mexico. 1930s, dog. We talking about Al Capone days, Luciano days, Lucky Luciano days. You know what I'm saying? In America. Okay, next up you have the Los Zetas. They started in the 90s, early 90s. And I'm sorry. Let me go back up. You had of the Gulf. Let me go back up the Gulf. You had Luis Blanco and let me see, Juan Salinas, aka El Toro. Now back to the Los Zetas. Started in the 1990s. Arturo de Sena, Z1, and Ocelli. I can't see this last name. And then you had Herberto, I think that's what I'm saying. Lezecana, Lezecona, Lezecona. And that was Z3. I guess that was Z1, Z2, and Z3. And Nate was basically considered the most dangerous cartel of all of the, of the whole country. It was the Los Zetas, and they are known to be the most ruthless. Um, and from what I read, they basically started the beheading and chainsaws and all that crazy shit. Man. Okay, up next, we got the Juarez Cartel, and they started in 1970, and I think it's Juan Pablo Linderzima. And then after that, you got the Tijuana Cartel, and they started in 1988. And you got Benjamin Felix and Ramon Felix. And they was brothers. And I think they got a sister too. But that's it. Probably do more research to get some more names out there, you know. And you ask, like, what do you get out of, talking about this, or what's the big idea? It's like sometimes you have to look at stuff different than everybody else look at stuff. I mean, most people probably look and say, criminal organizations, they, all they do is push drugs and kill people and this and that. But like I said, sometimes you got to step out of the circle and look at that circle from a distance and probably come up with a different idea. Because think about this. Mainly all drugs come from plants, right? Everything from weed, coke, what's the opioid, all of that shit comes from plants. But we look at them because the powers to be to keep their stuff aligned. You got different cartels going at each other. It's a part of business. Now, pharmaceutical companies, what you think about them? Listen, them pharmaceutical companies, right? Look at the shit they selling. May cause bleeding in your eyes, retinal bleeding, and you may piss out blood. If you do piss out blood, just look at all those side effects that these drugs got, that we pump up to be the best. Take this, you can sleep. How about go to sleep? How about, I don't know, it's plenty of ways to go to sleep. Every little issue, they got a drug that makes you worse. It fucks you up even worse. Now, weed is different. A lot of people do it. Hey, a lot of people is doing coke. Now, this world has goods, has evils. Evils can be masked as good, and goods can be masked as evils. So, you just got to step out the circle. Because I know a lot of people that will smoke weed before they take any of those pharmaceutical drugs. Let me tell you a little story. I had a little thyroid issue, right? I should probably still do, I don't know. And the doctor, he did not ask one time, what is your diet, or what made this happen to your thyroid? He didn't care. All he wanted to do was hit me up with prescriptions, right? He was like, I think what's best for you is to take the radiation pill. So what you do is you take this radiation pill, radiation iodine, right? So when you swallow that, the iodine, the thyroid soaks all up in the iodine, and then the thyroid fizzles. It dies from the radiation. But you have to take drugs for the rest of your life. So I knew he over there saying I should do this, and I'm thinking, yo, you probably securing your kid's college by knowing that I'm gonna be on drugs for the rest of my life. I'm in my early 40s, so you probably got a guaranteed 20 years. You see what I'm saying? So that made me look at doctors really different because he didn't give a fuck what my diet was. He didn't care. How did I get to this situation? Oh, I know what you need. You need 90 pills and then 90 pills to slow your heart rate, and then pills for this and pills for that. You getting paid. That's killing way more people than weed ever did. Now, crack, that's a different story. Now, I'm not talking about crack. I'm talking about weed and cocaine. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm not glorifying none of the cartel stuff. Everybody wants power. Everybody wants money, right? One thing you do not want to do for the rest of your life is punch the clock till you 65, right? Then after you retire, you go sit on your back porch. 2 weeks later, you die because you stopped. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You want to live that shit and live it out. I always asked a lot of people, would you rather your life be in a frying pan, or would you rather your life be in an oven? Break that down. Damn, I need some tissue. Okay. Now, frying pan life. I call it the bacon life. Right? Good, sizzling. You got money. You got cars. You chilling. You living good. You got nice women. You got diamonds. You just living it up. But it's short. Yeah, short. Matter of 5, 10, I'll give you 20 years. Short. You done did everything in those 5 to 20 years. Short. You did everything under the sun. You went on vacations for everywhere over in the whole world. You know, you did everything. You enjoyed it. You fizzled out. You burnt out. Bam. You done, whether it's killed, in jail, whatever came up from, living that kind of lifestyle. Or do you want the oven life? You baking that motherfucker for 50, 60 years. Same life. You get 2 weeks vacation a year. Everything's cool. You get a modest car, modest house, modest life, modest fucking everything. But you live your life out. What would you choose? Think about that. What would you choose? Frying pan life? Oven life? What would you choose? One thing I think the main goal in life is to be wealthy and powerful and make a mark on this life, right? Make a mark on this life. If you could do all of that in one go, shit to think about, man. And that's what, and my goal when I put out these episodes, it's just to make you think. We glorify all these organizations, but they live in it. We watch all these shows and these movies that got these organizations in it. Shoot 'em up, bang, bang, but it's millions of dollars being passed, and we live in it. We turn the TV off, and we go back to our regular life. I think sometimes you just got to shine a light on these organizations and just look at it different. One thing I will say, whatever life you choose, neither here nor there, the world will continue without you. And eventually, it will forget you. eventually forget you. And you would just be that picture on somebody's mantle, either in their bedroom or in their living room. And that was it. All I'm saying, baby, is live it while you can. Alright? Thank you for listening, everybody. I hope you're out there safe. If you're out there protesting, be safe. Keep your eyes open. And all I'm saying is live it to the fullest. Peace, peoples. Whoa. This podcast is sponsored by AutoLendDesigns.com. I said it again. Let me say it again. AutoLendDesigns.com, baby. You don't have an AutoLend shirt or AutoLend hat? I don't know what you're doing. Go to the website, check it out. All right, peoples. One love.